This week on Most Craved.
The Oscars are this weekend, and we've got our predictions.
Hooray for Hollywood!
Wow.
Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome to Most Craved. I'm Jenna Busch with Legion of Leia.
I'm Silas Lesnick with ComingSoon.net.
And I'm William Bibbiani with CraveOnline. Who are you wearing? And did you skin them yourself? It's the weirdest thing anyone ever asks on a red carpet. I never understand it. Hey, we're doing our Oscar predictions.
Woo! I guess we're going to start with Best Picture.
Yes.
Because we don't go halfway.
The Best Picture nominees, there are 8 of them, and it seems like it's going to come down to probably Birdman or Boyhood. I'm predicting it's going to be Birdman, even though it's not my favorite film on the ballot. The film has been sweeping a lot of the Guild Awards. That really matters. There's a lot of overlap between the Guilds and the Academy, and it's a pretty good movie. It's not the worst film nominated. I know a lot of people like it more than I do.
I am one of those people.
Yeah,
I absolutely loved it. I know, Silas, you loved it too.
I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. There's things I would have done differently if it were my movie, but overall, like, it has so much to it and a lot that I think rewards multiple viewings.
I think so too. The camera work in this was incredible. And you know, as a fan of Batman and a fan of Michael Keaton's Batman, so meta.
There's a very meta. There's just this sort of cloud around it, and even like Emma Stone and Edward Norton as like a former like Incredible Hulk. There's a lot of weird stuff that I can't even put my finger on exactly what is intentional and what is coincidence, and I think that's really beautiful.
Well, you heard how it was originally going to end. It was originally supposed to end with, like, it goes into Johnny Depp in Michael Keaton's dressing room, you know, lamenting Jack Sparrow. Like, that was originally it, and they decided that was stupid and that's not going to work. I thought it would have been funny. So we're all agreeing that we think Birdman's going to win Best Picture? Or?
I mean, I'll say again, I hate the Oscars, and I'm terrible at guessing these things. I'm going to just stick up for what I want to win,
okay.
Which, of the ones chosen, Grand Budapest Hotel is probably my favorite.
Oh, I love that movie. I don't think it'll win, but I absolutely loved it. I think that was one of my favorites of the year.
Yeah, my favorite of the year was Whiplash, which is actually nominated, which is really, really cool.
Also love Whiplash.
I'd be happy if Whiplash or Selma won. Those were like in my top 3 each. But anyway, we got to move on. So Best Director, this often overlaps with Best Picture, but when there's multiple films that seem like front runners, sometimes they switch up. I'm actually going to predict that the Academy's going to reward Richard Linklater in this category for Boyhood. When you look at the effort that went into directing that film, keeping the creative vision together over 12 years, I can't imagine them giving it to anyone else, although if it went to Alejandro Iñárritu, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think Birdman will win Best Picture, but I definitely think that this is something that the Academy can't overlook. This is a project that's never been done before. I kind of think it's going to be Linklater.
Yeah. I agree with both of those, and I'd be happy if either of them won. I once again, Grand Budapest Hotel, Wes Anderson is up for Best Director. I'd love to see him take home an Oscar, but
I think one of the things about Grand Budapest Hotel, though, is that it's funny. And you know, funny doesn't always go over well.
Birdman's funny.
It is
Birdman's
funny, but
it's got a lot of pathos. It's got a lot of misery behind it.
So does Grand Budapest Hotel.
It does.
But it doesn't wallow the way that Birdman does. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's just a lightness about Grand Budapest, which is one of the reasons I love it.
Which is why it could be one of those dark horse candidates of if the votes are split enough, say between Birdman and Whiplash or whatever. That might be one that somebody looks back on, because I haven't talked to anyone that didn't really like Grand Budapest Hotel.
I think it's going to win a lot of the technical awards and maybe one other award that we're going to talk about in a second. Definitely costumes. But Best Actor looks like it's going to be a big race between Eddie Redmayne for The Theory of Everything and Michael Keaton for Birdman. Eddie Redmayne did a very transformative physical performance, but Michael Keaton has got this very sort of almost confessional meta thing going. If either of them wins, I won't be surprised, but I'm actually guessing they're going to go with Redmayne just because it seems like more Oscar-y, and they don't necessarily always go for that cleverness.
You make yourself look not so pretty, and they give you an Oscar.
Yeah,
that's usually how it works for girls. So.
I'd like to see Michael Keaton win just because of all those people. I bet Michael Keaton's speech is going to be the most amazing.
Yeah.
That's not why you should win an Academy Award. I know that's how it often happens, but that's not why you should.
It's also like there's a sense a lot of the times with the Oscars that it's going to somebody that it's really rewarding their whole body of work rather than a specific film. And Michael Keaton is an older actor who has this history. That being said, he's doing the McDonald's biopic, and hope that goes into awards if he misses this time.
Yeah. So you guys are picking Michael Keaton as your prediction?
Michael Keaton, though, I think Eddie Redmayne could take it. And I did not like The Theory of Everything. I think it's a very bland Instagram-looking movie where there is no conflict. And though his performance was wonderful, like for me, I just think I need to see the whole film. I need to see it as a whole and then the performance inside that. So I would definitely go with Michael Keaton.
Okay. All right. Best Actress. Julianne Moore appears to be the odds-on front-runner here. She's an actress who's been nominated many times, never won. And her performance in Still Alice is amazing, but the movie itself isn't getting rave reviews, and people are wondering if that's going to kill her chances and leave room for someone like Rosamund Pike. I think she's going to win. I think she arguably deserves to win. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think she deserves to win. I mean, I loved Rosamund Pike. Like I loved Gone Girl. I loved everything about it. I think that there's no way Julianne Moore's going to lose this one. I don't think that the movie even though what I just said, I'm totally contradicting myself. I don't think that it's going to keep her out.
Right.
Yeah, I think second to supporting actor category, this one is as close as a lock with Julianne Moore.
Yeah. Well, the thing that was supposed to be a lock for Best Animated Feature, the Lego Movie, ended up not getting nominated.
Still not over that.
Huge upset. No one predicted that. And now it looks like almost anything could win. It looks like it might be a race between Big Hero 6, which a lot of people like, but I don't hear anyone talking about, and How to Train Your Dragon 2, which got a lot of acclaim. I think it's got a really good shot at winning. That's my prediction for who is going to win, although I prefer Song of the Sea did because it's beautiful. What do you guys think in Best Animated Feature?
I definitely think How to Train Your Dragon's going to win. I mean, I loved Big Hero 6 too. I loved that because of the way it portrayed women in science, but then that's my personal thing.
Science!
But I also love dragons. No, I think it was just such a beautiful movie, and I know Song of the Sea was also beautiful, but I really think it's going to be How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm going to say Box Trolls because everything Leica does just has this magic to it. It's an incredible looking film. I would love to see it win Best Picture.
And they've been snubbed twice before for Coraline and Paranorman, and this might be a good chance to give them that. Okay. Best Supporting Actor.
This one sounds like a lot.
This one is
no
a lot.
question about this.
A lot of the acting categories actually seem to be really boring this year. There's like a front runner and not a lot of competition. J.K. Simmons looks like he's going to win this for a really incredible performance in Whiplash. Holy crap.
He nailed it. He absolutely nailed it.
I will say one of my favorite supporting actors that isn't nominated is Josh Brolin in Inherent Vice. He's so good.
I'm so bummed that Robert Duvall got nominated and not Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of those ones where it's rewarding the whole history of his work, and good for him. I mean,
just not a great performance in that movie.
And he's not going to win anyway because
it's going to be J.K. Simmons. And Best Supporting Actress, another one that seems like a lock, Patricia Arquette.
Mm-hmm.
Some people even argue that she should be nominated for Best Actress, but she gives an incredible performance in Boyhood, and I really don't see any of the other nominees taking this away from her. What do you guys think?
Totally agree, and that's the category that, like, of them all, I'd like to see Boyhood excel at the most.
Absolutely. Yeah, she was phenomenal.
She was phenomenal. Okay, who do you guys think should win the Oscars? Who do you think will win the Oscars? Tweet us at Most Craved. Leave us in a comment underneath this very video. And we'll see you next week with more stuff.